Francis Rooney, to my left, served as the U.S. Ambassador to the Holy See under President George W. Bush from 2005 to 2008. He serves as a member of the Advisory Board of the Panama Canal Authority, a member of the Council of American Ambassadors, and a trustee of the Center for the Study of the Presidency and Congress. He's a graduate of Georgetown University and the Georgetown University Law Center. In his new book, Global Vision, Ambassador Rooney provides an unprecedented look inside the Catholic Church and its role in world politics today and diplomacy, and the extraordinary relationship between the U.S. and the Vatican. We have three authors who have just spoken who have written about America and the world. Now we have an ambassador who has represented America in the world. He arrived in Rome in the Vatican 21 years after we established full diplomatic relations with the Holy See. So please welcome Francis Rooney.
Thank you, Bob. I really appreciate being here. Needless to say, it's a little humbling for an oil and gas guy and a contractor around the world to be in the presence of such esteemed academics. Writing this book has given me a much more tangible and visceral appreciation of scholarship and research. It took 3 years. I appreciate all the things that you all have done. I wrote the book for a couple of reasons. Speaking around about diplomacy, I came to realize pretty quickly after we came back from Rome that very few people appreciate the role that the Holy See has played in international relations and diplomacy and with the affairs of states over history. And so I thought it would be an important exercise to bring some visibility to that. There hasn't been anything written about it in many, many years, and there's been nothing that is quite as comprehensive as what I was going to try to do. The second thing is hopefully if you read that, and you see some of the things that the Holy See has accomplished going up into modern times, you realize that they still offer promise in the world that we live in today to add value diplomatically to conflict resolution and ensuring that fundamental human principles are applied in foreign policy and in these important conflict resolution situations, many of which involve asymmetrical conflict, where we don't know who the bad guy really is, as the professor alluded to, and many of them are laden with religion and ethnic overtones, which are particularly difficult to resolve traditionally. The other thing is I wanted to bring some visibility to the interesting relationship between the Holy See and the United States over time, not theologically Catholic stuff, but not diplomacy. You had these two seemingly natural allies, both sovereigns founded on fundamental principles of human dignity and the inalienable rights of man, natural rights of man, and then, of course, the enshrinement of religious freedom, but for many years, quite apart in their relations and actually quite hostile many times. And I think some of the broad brush drivers for that I tried to articulate. Obviously, the United States has had various unfortunate outbursts of religious persecution and bigotry amongst many different people, and sometimes even including Catholics. And at the same time, the Holy See was up until, even some say right now, a relatively monarchical architecture of government. And we fought a revolution to oppose monarchies. And that was very difficult for many years for the United States to embrace the kind of monarchical organization that they had. I think Pope Francis is going to wipe out the last vestiges of monarchy. That might be subject for a question, but it's quite interesting to me. So what's the Holy See is a unique sovereign. They're the only sovereign in the world which is perceived all around the world as a sovereign entity on par with a territorial country. But they have no territory to speak of, a diminutive 109 acres given to them in Settlement of the Lateran Treaty in 1929. They have no hegemonic agenda per se in the traditional statecraft sense. And they're not a political organization in the sense of electoral politics, bloc politics, and things like that. They have their own internal sausage-making politics. It's a totally separate story. So as such, with those three things, it makes them a uniquely positioned voice in the world to speak for these fundamental principles and apply them to the affairs of states, where they have a standing that hegemonic countries don't have. One of the things that we do quite a bit at our mission is we get the Holy See to say things and make moves that look a lot better and can be more effective when they do it versus when we do it. And I can cite many instances of that. Some of them are classified, some of them aren't. But many times we've had the Holy See make statements that were very useful. In my book, I put there that Lyndon Johnson even worked with the Holy See. No, it was Nixon to try to get the North Vietnamese to come to peace talks by proposing that the Holy See be the international nonpartisan place. Well, of course, that fleshed out the North Vietnamese, and they were going to go to a Catholic place to do that, but they become Paris. So it always seems kind of like a willing stalking horse for Nixon. There's a whole lot of vignettes like that. So what the Holy See exercises its diplomacy through something called soft power. It's been a great deal written about and talked about lately because of the kind of conflicts that we're facing right now. Stalin had a great quote, how many divisions does the Pope have? Well, I always say when I give these speeches, the Pope's still here, but Stalin's gone. So is the repressive system of government that he propagated. Soft power is based on the power of persuasion and influence rather than coercion. And it offers an avenue to build bridges and to try to understand other people's points of view without immediately escalating the conflict to physical armament. Some of the recent discussions in the intelligence community and the Department of State about cultural diplomacy, new ways of conducting diplomacy, I think are somewhat analogous to the exercise of soft power. Here a while back, even Rouhani said, we need to apply soft power to resolving these problems. And I thought people would want to quote Rouhani as an advocate for something for the Holy See or the United States, but it does show that many people try to use soft power as a lever in their own respect. It's a very interesting mission because the Holy See only deals with a few issues, but it deals with them all around the world. And as such, I think the argument, but these are fundamental principles that are important for good government, important for citizenship, and without arbiters, neutral arbiters like the Holy See to espouse those and speak up for those, they can run risk of being roughshod. When President Bush was about to invade Iraq the second time, Cardinal Piolagi was dispatched to come see him, and Cardinal Chegaray was dispatched to go see Saddam Hussein. Well, Chegaray told Hussein, this guy needs it, he's going to take you down. Don't bluff this guy. Cardinal Piolagi came to see Bush and said, you're making a huge mistake. You should not do this for 3 reasons. First of all, you're going to radically increase the persecution of Christians, which is in the Middle East, which at this time is fairly new. There's kind of an inverse relationship between between dictatorial governments and the persecution of Christians. Open governments, more persecution, unfortunately. The other thing is you're going to radically unleash Sunni Shiite civil war. He said this is one time when you guys ought to listen to the smart people, the scholars in the State Department and out in Langley, who've done the research for many years to understand the cultural underpinnings of these people's motivations. And then the third thing, of course, is you're going to do for Iran what they haven't been able to do in 10 years, which is take out Iraq. And all that, unfortunately, is pretty true. And I'm a Bush appointee, and he's one of my best friends in the whole world. But it's pretty true. You got to, and that doesn't mean he shouldn't have invaded Iraq. That's a whole different subject that we can get into for a variety of reasons. But those 3 points are true. So that shows you the role the Holy See can play. Sometimes it's biblical mustard seed to hit rock and doesn't create idolatry. Sometimes it's quite useful. And in the book, I tried to cite examples of tangible activities where the Holy See has interacted on behalf of the United States, with the United States, to accomplish common objectives. As late as when I was there, in 11 or 2006. So there's a whole lot of things like that in there. I hope some people find it interesting, and I really appreciate the chance to be here and answer your questions.
Thank you, Ambassador Rooney.